Hey, everybody, we are live with Iconic TV and the SOAR to Scale workshop. So, normally we come here every Tuesdays at 5 p.m. And this week we are doing a SOAR to Scale workshop where we are showing you how you can grow your business in simple steps. 4 simple steps. Go from 6 figures to 7 figures in 1 year or less. It's absolutely possible, and you can do it without the stress and the struggle and the overwhelm. And what we've been doing for the last few days is going through this whole process. So what you want to do first is you want to make sure that you have your workbook. Do you have your workbook? Okay. And I want to know who's here. Let me know who is here on your end. Let me know where you're coming in from. Is this your first time? I know there's a bunch of you that you got some messages from us and we've invited you here. So I'm glad you're here. We've got some big things going on. We're going to play spin to win. And that means we are going to spin the wheel. It is day 4 of our workshop. So we are giving away $4,000 to one lucky winner. So that scholarship winner, we're going to pull that at the end. And I'm going to tell you how you make it happen. Okay. So right down here, you can see that it says type hashtag spin. Okay. When you type hashtag spin, I have the most amazing team in the background. We have Angie and Sandy and Della and Tally. Their fingers are working like crazy. And why is that? Because as you type in, we're putting your name on our wheel spinner. Okay. And what's going to happen is we're going to spin the wheel and we're going to pull a name. And that name can be you, and you can make $4,000 in 1 hour. So I don't know about you, but that's more than my hourly rate. So how many of you want to earn $4,000 in 1 hour? So just type 4K down below, because the more you engage, the more you put contacts in or comments in, the more often you're going to be on that wheel, and the greater chance you have of winning tonight. So let me know if this is your first time. Please type a number 1, because we've got some amazing gifts that we're going to give you as a welcome gift. And let's see here. I want to make sure that we're plugged in. Okay, I think we're plugged in. Hold on. Okay. Yes, we are plugged in. And we're going to do the spin to win. So let me show you how this looks. Here it is. You can win every single day. We're giving away prizes and giveaways. We have something for you no matter what. Just for being here, we have a prize for you. So you're in the right place. Also, one person is going to spin the wheel, and your grand prize is $4,000. So don't go anywhere. In order to win, of course, you have to let us know that you're here. You have to be here to win. And you want to grab your workbook as well. So this is the workbook. My team is standing by. So if you type hashtag workbook, they're going to get it to you. And I'm going to show you as we go along what we're working on today so that you can stay caught up. And I also want to let you know that if you've missed anything, it's not too late to get the replays, okay? And all you have to do is type hashtag replay. Let us know, which replay do you want? Do you want number 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, okay? Let us know, and we will get that to you. And we actually have it super cool. We just thought, how can we make this really easy for you? And we just put everything together on a replay page, and I want you to be able to see that. Let's see if I can show that to you. Okay, so I'm going to show you exactly what that looks like, so you know that you're in the right spot. Give me a second. I'll share my screen with you, and then you can see exactly what that looks like. And give me just a second. We have it coming up. I have too many screens open. Why do I do that? Okay, and let me know who needs a workbook, who wants a phone call. Some of you already have your calls, because a lot of you won on Tuesday the call to have a clarity call with us, okay? And we want to make sure that we're able to get that for you. So I think this is it, okay? So let me share that with you, okay? So when you get your replay, I'm just kind of showing you the back office here. I hope you don't mind here. Okay. And as we go through here, right? So you're going to have all of the replays in here as we're going along. So we've got day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4 is going to come up. And then you've got all of the rest of them in here. Okay. You can book your call here, find out a little bit more about the workshop, all of the replays, extra bonuses. You can find out about what it's like to work with us, and you can look at what it's like to be in our Leadership Academy. Okay. So I just wanted to let you know, if you want the replays, we'll go ahead and get you everything you need. Just type #replay. Okay. I don't know if that showed for you. Did any of that show for you guys? I hope so. And let's see. Here we go. Okay. So I am not the best at multitasking. Are you guys ready? What are we talking about today? We have taken you through a lot of the process here, okay? And what we are doing is showing you exactly how you can take your business from 6 figures to 7 figures in 1 year or less. And then we're also going to show you the way that how do I put it? We're going to show you the fastest way to do it with AI. Okay. So there's a lot of you here. I don't want to waste anyone's time. I want to move forward. Okay. So here's what we're doing today. We are talking about your one iconic meeting. And we've taken you through a little bit of a process. And what we're going to do is make sure that you understand what we did first, second, third, and fourth. Okay. First, we looked at your iconic vision. What is your vision that you have for your business? Then we said, how do we distinguish that and make you stand out with an amazing, iconic offer? Yesterday, we showed you how to disrupt your market with an amazing group. Okay. And today we're talking about dominating your market. This is where all the money comes in. Thank you guys for saying hi. Hey, Marnie, Sandy's here. That's right. #spin if you want to win. And Deb, good to see you. Tony, great to have you back again. You guys are all amazing. And those of you who are pros, right? You've been here before. Loana, great to see you. I didn't see you the other day, so welcome. I hope this is not your first time. And let's see who we've got. Joe, great to see you. So again, you guys type #spin. It's super awesome that we are going to give away a big chunk of money. Okay. And I do want to let you know, I threw in some extra bonuses. On Saturday, I'm going to be here because the big part of this workshop is all about how to use AI, right? AI is everywhere and you have to know how to put it in. So what we're doing here is we're showing you first, what do you have to have, okay? And then how do we really amp it up with AI? And I also have a special surprise for you in a little bit. But Sunday, we're going to help you with the mind mastery, right? Hey, April, good to see you. And then, of course, on Monday, the full day of Monday is all the AI. What are the tools? What do you need? How do you do it? I'm going to give you guys our prompts, right? All the prompts that we've been putting together for this workshop so you can save time. And then on Tuesday, we're going to have your launch plan. How do you actually launch this whole thing now that you have it up, okay, and ready to go? So if you guys haven't also taken your SOAR quiz, we did that on day 1. Just go here, the SOAR quiz, and I'm going to follow up with you, right? I'll hop on a call with you because this is all about your blocks, right? This is the SOAR to scale formula. And we are going to show you how to scale your business by using this simple formula, okay? So also want to let you know one last thing before we get going. Today, $4,000. We've already given away, let's see, $3,000, $2,000, $1,000, $6,000 already. We're giving away another $4,000 today. So that's a total of $10,000 so far this week. One lucky person is going to be a $4,000 winner today. And on Friday, the prize goes up to $10,000. So if you would like to make $10,000 in an hour, then we definitely want to have you here. And we've had some really great winners So yesterday, Terry, congratulations. You are our $3,000 winner. Hey, Sherry, glad you're ready. We had our $2,000 and $1,000 winners already. So let's get going. Are you guys excited? I'm super excited to start. You know, sales is one of those things that is love or hate, isn't it? You're like, I love sales. Oh, I hate sales. Okay. So, but the thing is, it doesn't have to be a love-hate relationship. And in the years that I've been doing it, and I've done sales on all kinds of different things. Okay, all industries. I've done tangible sales, intangible sales, and services and products. I've sold people, right? Oh, when I was an agent. So there's so many things that you can sell, but isn't it interesting how most people can sell better when they work for somebody else, like a company, than they can when they're selling their own thing, right? Their own baby. So we're going to fix that, okay? And we are going to show you something called the up-leveled sales system. Why? Because it's high ticket without the high pressure. It's so important right now for you guys to have a high ticket business. Okay. So we're on day 4. We're on act 4 here. And so turn to this page in your workbook so you can follow along, because the entire up-level sales system is in there. But let me give you some tips on how to really think about it, right? Because sales is, it's a process, and so much of it is mental. Okay, you have to be prepped for it. You know, like if you watch any professional athletes, they have a routine, a thing that they do, right? Tiger Woods, right? He always wears a red shirt on the last day. And you know, some people go around and look at the green and all that. They have certain stance, right? Certain people in basketball, they bounce the ball a certain number of times before they do anything. So what is your routine? Okay, put down here in the comments, what is your routine before you go into a sales call? Okay. We do this thing. You guys want to see it real quick? I'll teach you something really simple that will make you really calm, really relaxed, and prepared for a sales call. Okay, make a fist like this. Okay, this is called the thymus thump. And so you make a fist, okay, and you smile. Okay, go ahead and do it. I'm watching. Make a fist, smile. Now your thymus is right here. Okay, let me move my hair. Okay, so your thymus is here. Ha 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 ha. Right? Okay, so it's right there. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna make a fist. You're gonna smile. You're gonna think of somebody you love. Okay, and then you're gonna go ha 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 ha. Okay, that's called a thymus thump. What it does is it clears all the negative energy out. Okay, so if you had a bad phone call, let's say right before you go on it, it's going to clear it. Okay, if you've been around negative people, clear it. Okay, so again, take your fist, the pinky side goes against your chest, you smile, think of somebody you love, and go ha 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 ha. You wouldn't believe how many sales floors I taught this on. And when people were walking, you know, back and forth and around, you'd see my salespeople all the time going ha ha ha, ha and pounding their chest, especially when they were on a bad sales call. So it works amazing. Okay, so what is your routine? What do you do? We have like 4 or 5 of them that are really good. Some people like to do jumping jacks. I know you guys know Alex Hormozy. He used to jump on a trampoline right before and during all of the calls. So let me give you some strategies that are going to help you understand sales a lot better, because it's not really something that you should feel antagonistic for. Okay. And we are going to get started because your sales are kind of a process. It's a cycle. Okay. And how you do your sales is going to be dependent on what your offer is. Okay, are you going one-to-one? Are you going group? Are you doing your sales from the stage? Are you on a podcast? Are you trying to sell something on YouTube or online? Is it a webinar? Is it a VSL? Is it a VIP day? There's so many ways that you can sell, right? But either way, you still want to have a plan. Okay, so before you start, you have a plan. And in your workbook here is your cadence. Okay, so you want to fill out, this is going to be your homework. Okay, fill out the times that you're going to have your big sales. Okay, obviously you probably have sales every single day like we do, but you're going to have a big event. Like this is a big event, so we plan our big events throughout the year. I want you to do the same thing. Okay. So you plan your big event, then you fill in with your dailies. So that way you can reach your number. All right. A lot of people don't think long term. They're just like, what have I got? Oh, it's the end of the month, and they scramble. I want you to think over a year. Okay. And that's what we always teach our clients to do. So again, this is what we're going to be covering today is the one meeting close. This is how you will sell in 45 minutes to an hour, right? You don't need to have a long sales cycle. And it's the other way around, right? When you do a high ticket sell the right way, it's a one call close. If you do it the wrong way, it's going to take you forever. So we'll show you the up level selling. We do high ticket scripts, so we have all of those as well. We're going to do the 4,000 spin to win and your homework. And I have a special treat in there too that I am going to show you. So let me start with this. I don't know if any of you are familiar with this guy. He died. He was my mentor for 12 years. He died in 2012. And this was his premise. Okay. Hey, Nadine, nice to see you here. So his premise is man's greatest weakness is the inability to distinguish truth from falsehood. Okay. Now, if you think about that, what if you were always able to have the truth, and you could say, oh, this is true, this is true, this is true, and you wouldn't get caught up in things that are wrong. Anybody go down a wrong trail? I know I hired some coaches to work with me. I paid them $100,000. What was I thinking, huh? $100,000. And I was all suckered into this whole event. And there's all these 10 big gurus there. And a lot of them are still on the market. If I mentioned any of them, you go, oh, that person, that person, that person. They all got together and they said, we're going to do this whole group thing. And then we're all going to train you on all their different specialties, right? Some guy might have been great on email, another person on groups, one on speaking, one on books. I thought, oh, that's perfect, right? Because I have a couple of coaches all the time anyway. So now I get them all in one spot. And they're like, and then they drop the price. It's $100,000. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't afford that. I don't have that much, spare cash. And, but I was like, but this is exactly what I want. And so I did it. I took the dive. And I trusted all of them because they were all the OG, right? And guess what? About 2 hours after they got my money and the check was, the wire cleared, I never heard from them again, ever, right? Now, they're all still out doing stuff. And I had to, I took out some financing for it, and I had to pay it back. And I got zero, nothing. I got one phone call and then disappeared. None of them would help me. None of them would return my money. None of them coached me. And if I had been able to distinguish truth from falsehood at that point, can you imagine? I probably wouldn't have gone through that. But there's a silver lining. I'll tell you about that and why that actually turned out to be the very best thing I ever did in this whole coaching space, even though it made me hate it, right? I thought nobody's honest. People aren't telling the truth. And it made me really frustrated. I don't know if you guys feel that way about it. You just keep looking for a solution and nothing is available. So what is sales? It's persuasion, right? Persuasion is the ability to assist in making a decision that people are going to make anyway, right? People are going to make this decision to buy something. And what you're doing is you're assisting them. You're not convincing them. You're not beating them over the head. Okay. You're just assisting, right? And have all these mindsets. Okay. And then I'm going to show you the system on how we do this. Okay. So it's all about strategic influence. And when you're getting started, okay, in the entrepreneur world, that solo journey, right? The first 5 years kind of looks like that, does it? Up and down and up and down and up and down. And it's not a fun process. Okay. Anybody been there? You feel like you're on a roller coaster. It's like, oh yeah, I'm doing really great. And then go down. And I'm great. I'm down. Okay. It's like the Dunning-Kruger effect condensed, right? And it's just like, oh, you get really nauseous. And it's hard to keep going, right? As an entrepreneur, this is what happens, right? It's like, okay, you get into startup mode. And then what do you hear? Yeah, it sucked, Terry and Tony. Absolutely. But it is a really good thing. I'm going to tell you what happened at the end. So stay tuned. So everyone says, okay, I'm going to start my business. And then the first thing you hear is, oh, you have to niche down. Okay. And then you do that. And then you try a launch. And then that was really great. And now you're overwhelmed. And they say, hire a team. And then you put your money in a team. And then they say, oh, yeah, don't forget, you got to do ads and do all of that. And then you keep going down, 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 and it's not working anymore. You're all by yourself. And you think, God, maybe I should do a job. And then a new fad comes along, like AI. Hey, I'm all back in. Or, oh, I should start an agency. Or, oh, maybe I should go on TikTok. And then we go up again and then down again. Okay. So it's pretty rough. Yeah, it's kind of my history and before I got started here, right? And so let me show you how we do this in just 1 year for you guys. Okay. The iconic journey is very different. Okay. It doesn't have the peaks and the troughs. So we start off like we did on day one, is talking about getting you really distinguished so you can stand out. Okay. And then, so now you stand out, right? But you don't just want to be a target. Now you want to disrupt the market. Okay. That's going to take you to the next level. And then the third level is where you dominate. That's where all the cash comes in. And that is what we're talking about today. But in order to get that, you have to uncover your identity. Okay. Who are you? Okay. And most people feel like, oh, I'm not good enough. I can't sell this. Who am I to do this? We have to figure out what is your identity. Okay. So we can kill that old identity, the part of you that's hiding. Okay. And bring out the person that really has something magnificent to bring out into the world. So when you look at people, you also want to figure out what's their identity. Okay. And these are the 3 things on the transformational timeline you're going to take these people through. If you want to have a sale, right, it's a transformation that you're creating, and you got to move them from one spot to another. All right. And you don't just clobber them where they are. Okay. You have to move them. People want to be changed. So find out who they are first. That's the first part of your conversation. Okay. Then you want to find out, who were they? Okay. Like what was happening before that, and then who could they be? Okay. Those 3 things, write those 3 down. Okay. Who they are now, who were they, and who they could be. If you focus on those 3 things, just that, and you didn't know a script or anything, oh my gosh, you would do so well just with that. Okay. So what you're trying to do is you've got to radically change the result. Okay. Now, here's what's interesting. Everyone who doesn't buy from you. Okay. Thanks, Deb. I'm glad you like it. Everyone who's not buying from you has this thing. They have a pattern of not buying from you. Okay. And so you have to actually create a new relationship with them. Okay. So people get into a rut, right? Like, oh, I always do things this way. It's called the quantum Zeno effect. Okay. If you do something once, even when a new opportunity comes along, you're going to go the old way, even if it's not good for you. Okay. I know it sounds like a definition of insanity, right? Okay. Does anybody ever heard of the quantum Zeno effect? We use the 4 laws of physics to help people understand sales and grow their business. And one of them is you want to apply these also to your audience. So people have what's called a buyer's formula. There's a particular way people like to buy. The brain has things organized in a certain way, and if you disrupt it, okay, that could be in your favor, it could be very much against you. But when you disrupt certain things, okay, like the way they habitually buy, maybe you ask people, how'd you buy this before? And they say, oh, my friend told me about it and I thought that's awesome, I'm gonna go buy it. So those are the people that buy off a referral, right? And some people like, I heard it and I just thought that sounds great, I'm gonna do it. Other people are the researchers, right? They'll take 18 years to make a decision, the slow adopters, the laggards. And they'll go, I looked at it, and then I researched it, and I looked at the reviews, and then I did a trial. Okay, so you have to understand who is your identity and who is their identity. Does that make sense to you guys? Give me a thumbs up if that's making sense, if you can see this in the way you sell, okay? So once you understand what is their pattern, now we have to change it so they don't follow the same non-buying pattern with you, okay? And then when you see, this is our let me show you. You can see it in your book. If you don't have the workbook, this is the up-level sales cycle. Okay, so we're going to go over this, and I'll show you these 8 stations that you're going to go to so that it's super easy for you. Okay, I want you guys to understand that sales is really simple. And when you do what we showed you in the first 3 days and build an amazing, irresistible, iconic premium offer, you'll have no problem selling that as well. Okay, so really, what we're doing is we're going to use these 2 keys. We have to inspire attention and direction. We've got to get their attention, and then we've got to get them focused in the right way. Okay, so we can point them in the right direction, because most people are in what we call a fog. Okay, so this is another thing I want you to write down. In a fog, there's 3 emotional levels for you to influence them. Okay, now don't abuse these. Okay, you can influence people by fear. Okay, look at the pandemic. How many people were influenced by fear? Obligation. Okay, there's reciprocity, right? Okay, I'll give you this, and then you do something else. So that obligation is another influence of sales. Again, use this for good, not for bad. Okay, and guilt. Okay, now these are emotional triggers of influence. So all of those kind of played in. Like you find FOMO, right? Fear of missing out. Okay. So guilt. Oh my gosh, if I buy this, my family's going to starve or whatever. So that is what influences. We're emotional buyers. We're emotional people. Okay. So the question we have is your life right now, how are you living right now? Is the way you're living, the way you're running your business, is this how you want your story to end? Like, is this it? Like, I've been doing this for 5 years and I still haven't crossed the 6-figure mark, right? What's going on? Is it really how you want it to end, or do you want to actually switch it? Okay. Because a lot of people just go, oh, this happened to me, this happened to me, this happened to me, right? And I'm like, oh, please make me throw up. End the sad story. Okay. Be what we showed you on day 2 and be an operator, right? Be an ownership instead of outsourcing with your business. Okay. So, you have the ability to create predictable outcomes. Again, we're talking the quantum Zeno effect. So it's a matter of habits and changes, right? So if you take new action in the face of opportunity, and how do you get this to happen? How do you create predictable outcomes for your people? Do you guys know what you can do? Like, because here's the thing. Do you ever feel like you're in a sales call and you're like, I know where this is going. This is going perfectly. And you can just like feel it from the get-go, right? You just feel it, right? And when you're in a presentation, it's like, oh, this is not going good. You just want to cut it off early. Anybody been there? Yeah. So there's 3 things that you can do. Okay. Do you notice this pattern of 3s? 3s and 4s are patterns. Okay. So let's take a look at the 3 things that you can look at and do, because all of these will make it so simple. Okay. So that you don't get all caught up in what's my script. Okay. If you know a concept, you don't need a script. Okay. So it's a lot like with a song. Have you guys ever had a song and you kind of know the tune, but you can't get all the words right? You just kind of and fill it in the middle. I'm notorious for that. Anybody do that? Like, yeah, a song, like, that song, na, 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 but you can't remember the words. Okay, that's the same thing. You know the tune. Okay, you know the pattern. Okay, but you might not know every word, and that's the difference between someone who's excellent at sales and someone who's really struggling and trying to work hard. They're trying to get every word right based off of a script. And when you know the tune, right, these principles, it's a piece of cake. Okay. So also, I want to let you guys know, if you want the replay, just type #replay down below and make sure that I see a whole bunch of new people have just recently joined us. So put #spin down below, because we're coming up on the spin to win for $4,000 prize. You do have to be here to do that. So are these concepts making sense? So let me talk to you about that tune, right? So don't go so anal on the words. Because if you follow a script, like I know there's about 4 scripts going around the coaching industry, okay? And everybody uses them. And you can tell right? And I can actually kind of lip sync on calls. Like I do at least a call a week. I do what you guys might call a discovery call or something with other people. Sometimes because I want to buy something, other times because it's just learning my craft. And I like to hear what other people are doing, what works and what doesn't. And I record it and let my team know, like, don't do this or do this. This is a great thing that works. Okay. But it's amazing how many people are using the same script. And I was like, wow, they just keep using the same one. Is it because it works? Because they're lazy? I don't know. What do you think? Because I never buy, right? From them. I will tell you though, there was lots of times I want to buy, and 100. Okay, think about this. For 4 years, I want to really get this in your head. This has nothing to do with sales, per se, but has everything to do with it. Have you guys heard the fortune is in the follow up? Okay, so I do this once a week. And I do calls and I go to different coaching things or different SaaS things, whatever I want to do. I want to hear people's sales calls, right? I want them to pitch me. And I study sales all the time. Like if you were in marketing or advertising, you'd study ads. Okay. So I study sales all the time. I spend 4 hours a day on my craft. And so every week I do this. Now I've done this for now 4 years. That's a lot. Okay. So 52 times 4, that's about 200 calls. And do you know what? There's probably 7 or 8 times I really wanted to buy things. And they were over $20,000. And you know what? No, in those 4 years, not one person, not one has ever followed up with me on that sales call. Okay. I make it hard. But I give them an opportunity to follow up, and not one of them ever followed up. Not one. Can you believe that? You know how much money that is on the table? So, do your follow up, okay? You might be talking to me and I'll probably buy from you if you just follow up. So, here's the 3 things. Here's the tune that I'm talking about, right? So, we're going to look at the language, the state, and the patterns. And if you figure these out, okay? This is all about understanding someone's thoughts. That's the language. Understanding their feelings. Feelings is right, the emotional aspect of things, and then the actions, the patterns that they take, okay? So we communicate by speaking and being and doing. Does that make sense? Okay. So language and state and patterns. This is the key. This is the tune you hum without having to know every single word. And that way you can apply it to anything you sell. Okay. You don't need a new script every time you go in. So, and I will show you our up-level sales system. So the uncertainty principle, Heisenberg's uncertainty principle, is basically when the conditions are appropriate, the situation will appear. If you have an appropriate situation, environment for selling, you will close. Okay. So if we tap into that, then if you disrupt the environment, like the language, okay, the language pattern in their head, I can't buy, then you're going to alter the way they feel, right? If you say something different, then they'll feel different. And that allows for a new pattern that allows them to change their old habit of not buying, and now they can buy. Okay, does this make sense? Give me a thumbs up if that makes sense. I'll break it down a little bit, but it's so simple. Okay, and if you keep those 3 things in mind, that's very important. But you're still going to get those dreaded objections, right? Oh, they objected. That's not an objection. It's a question. They're not saying no. Okay. So I'll give you a couple little tips that you can use in your sales objections. So there's something that we call completion versus denial. Like, I can't do that. Oh, is it really that you can't do it? Or is it really that you never follow through on anything? Right. And it's that gap in between. And if you can nail people on that, it's really, really powerful. Okay. So people respond to experience, not reality. Okay. What do they feel? What are they feeling? Okay. So keep that light bulb moment. So ask people, so what is your current experience with coaching? What is your current experience with your mindset? What is your current experience with your body? Okay. With buying this, whatever you think, ask people what their current experience is. Okay. And that you might have someone that's 350 pounds. And you're like, what's your current experience with your health? I'm in great health. Everything is wonderful. Okay. And they look like, an ambulance should pull up to their house any minute. Okay. But their experience, right, is different than the reality. Does that make sense? So basically, what does that mean? Sometimes we just delude ourselves and think, well, it's what I've always known. Okay. So you have to break these patterns. Do you understand? So understanding that sales is really just kind of a lot of pattern interrupts. Okay. So that people can actually wake up to the truth. And that's what we began with, right? Man's greatest weakness is the inability to tell truth from falsehood. So a lot of people are following a false narrative. And it's very common in society, but we do it in our lives and in sales. And you probably even do it like, I'm not good at sales, or they don't want to buy this, or who's going to buy a $10,000 product, right? Those are false narratives. And so we need to change those patterns. This works not only on the people that you're selling to, but it also works on yourself as well. Okay. So there's so much psychology and selling. So the mastermind power is you have to be put yourself, okay, in the right room of people so that you can get results faster. A lot of people undersell. Okay, let's say you don't feel so great, but then somebody comes to you who makes more money than you. You're like, I can't sell them. And so a lot of people undersell, meaning they sell people at their status and below. Okay. Now, let's say you're just getting started. You got started in your business because you wanted to make some money. Okay. But you don't have a lot. Maybe you've never crossed the 6-figure mark and you're just inching towards $5,000 a month. And then you have a prospect and they come in and they're making $15,000 a month. You go, I can't do it. What do they need me for? Right. So what do most people do? They sell to the broke people. They sell to people broker than them. Okay. And they wonder, why is this not working? Why is nobody buying? Why can't I get ahead? Okay. So that mastermind power concept is sell high. Okay. Don't sell below you. And because what you have is amazing. Don't prejudge. Don't believe false narratives. Okay. Is this making sense? Anybody do this? Anybody have a tendency and you get somebody like, oh, I can't sell them. Okay. I did it. So I'm just calling myself out too. So we've got to disrupt. Okay. Again, we're going to change things. We're going to ignite the change. How are we going to do that? Conversational framing. Okay. It doesn't matter what you say. I want you to keep that in mind. It doesn't matter what you say. It matters how they react. Okay. Because this is a conversation. Luana's been there, right? I love it. It's a conversation. So you're going to say things. Sometimes they're going to react. Sometimes they're not. Okay. And you have these 3 things that you want to think about. Okay. You have to elicit emotion. Get them to feel something. Okay. You've got to disrupt their belief, break that false narrative, and you have to reveal their history. Okay. People are like, no, I can't do it. I can't afford it. Well, hasn't that been your story all your life? I can't afford it. I can't afford it. I want to tell you a little story. I'm not going to call this person out because this person is here. But she kept saying to me, oh, I can't afford it. You know, I don't have any money. I'm just so broke. And we looked at her. It just makes me laugh. Okay. And then we looked at her situation. Okay. And looked at her history and everything. Do you know she has around $750,000 just sitting there? Just sitting there. Okay. And she's like, oh no, I'm just broke. I can't do it. You know, a couple years from now, I'm like, you have $750,000 just sitting there for you. Why? Because she's stuck in her history pattern, right? Anybody do that? Okay. So there's always a story in sales, right? There's 2 people. One of them is going to get sold. Okay. Which one is buying this, which person's story? Here's another thing you guys can try. It's really cool. It's called the ridiculous question. Okay. So let's get you to where you want and not waste your time. So would it be ridiculous to start with you telling me exactly what you want and why you're here? It's a great way to start out. Okay. Hey, I'm glad you're here. I don't want to waste any of your time. Would it be ridiculous if you start by telling me exactly what you want and why you're here? And think about how much time you're going to save with that, right? Okay. If you guys want these, I'll be happy to, if you want these up-level sales scripts, just type hashtag scripts down below. I didn't plan this, so my team isn't going to have it for you instantly, but we'll get it to you tomorrow. And just type scripts and we will get these to you. Okay. And so And I want you to know, Angie, I can see Angie in the background. She's working really hard, harvesting all your names into the circle because we're going to do the drawing. Just make sure those new people who just got here type hashtag spin and we will put you in there. You also want authority language, okay? So based on what you said and what I know is in the market, this is what I recommend, okay? It's not a, well, do you want this? What do you think? Okay, be an authority. They come to you for authority. They want you to nudge them along. They want you to lead. It's very, very important. Okay, is this making sense to you guys? Okay, something else you can do is look at their historical trust patterns. So what strategy do you use to blank? I always like to ask people, what strategy did you come up with what strategy did you use to come up with your pricing? Okay, how did you come up with the price of your program? Like, oh, everybody charges $9.97. Okay, right? So, well, that's not going to make any sense. It always makes me laugh. Nobody actually realizes there's a process. Okay, there's actually a way that you should come up with your pricing. Okay. Another way to figure out their trust patterns is, who's the last person you bought something from that you enjoyed the process? Oh, I bought this. Oh, how was it? Oh, it was bad. Oh, this was great. How come it was great, right? So you want to tap into these things. Hi, Maya. Great to see you. We'll definitely get you those scripts. Okay. Is this helping you guys? There's tons of them. Okay. You guys, I could do, and I do 5-day workshops just on this because it's very, very important. Okay. So when you find out what they liked, what was it about that? Okay. Why was that so great? Because you want to repeat that experience. Now, here's the other thing. People aren't being awful, okay? This is, again, back to the Heisenberg principle as far as which law of physics we're tapping into, and that people will make the best choice that they can at the moment, okay? So they're going to do the best that they can. And so what you need to do is help them do the best. And so what we always say is, and this is a great thing for you guys to adopt. When you go into any presentation, just have the concept and the philosophy that we go into is that my whole agenda is to give you all the information that you need to make an intelligent decision for your highest good. Okay. I'm not going to hold back. I'm not going, oh, I should have told them that. I should have told them that. I'm going to make sure I give you the highest and the best information, all the information you need, because they're only going to do the best that they can. But if you give them partial information, they can't do very well, can they? Right? So you have to go in with that. Nobody's intention should be, I'm here to sell you. Okay. I'm here to give you the best and most information, every piece of information you could possibly need to make the most intelligent decision for your situation. Okay. That's it. You wouldn't want somebody to buy from you if it wasn't the right thing. And if you give all the information out there, then they can make an intelligent decision on whether or not it will work. Okay, so this is the buyer's formula. I'm going to save this for tomorrow because we're going to go over that a bit more. Again, if you want these scripts of everything, all my slides here, so that you can really master this, is real important. Here you go. This is stage analysis. Okay, ask people this. Where are you? Are you in the thinking stage or are you in the decision stage? Are you in the frustrated stage or are you in the doing stage? Are you in the talking stage or are you in the action stage? Okay. So put down for you, which of these stages are you in right now with your business? Are you thinking about it or are you like deciding, I need to do something about it? Are you frustrated with your business or are you actually doing something about it? Are you talking it up or are you actually taking action? Put down below, what is your stage? Okay. Let us know what your stage should be. Okay. I mean, what it is actually. Okay. And all objections, all of them, light bulb moment here. Okay. All objections should be handled in the first 15 minutes of the conversation. And if you're not doing this, if you're waiting for got any questions at the end, you might as well just pack it up. Okay. And if you have some questions on this, I'm happy to hop on a clarity call with you and let you know how to use this in your presentations. Tell me what you're selling. Show me your scripts if you're using it or how you're doing it. Show me your closing ratio. Our closing ratios are above 75%. People say that's impossible. Not when you structure it right. And we're going to show you exactly how you do that tomorrow, how you set that up. Okay. So stalls. Big one. I got to think about it. Don't you hate that? I got to talk to the wife, the goldfish, the fence post. Yeah, I got you. I hear you. So you acknowledge it, but you don't agree with it. Okay. Yeah, you should talk to the fence post. That's intelligent. No, because then the fence post doesn't have 100% of the information that they need to move forward, right? So another stall is, oh, wow, that's more money than I have. Okay. And so here's a process that you'll take them through, right? So that's denial. Okay. Like, oh, you really don't have that. Like, let's take the person who said, I have no money, and then there's $750,000 sitting there for her. Okay. So that's denial. It's usually self-denial because people don't trust themselves. And if they don't trust themselves, then they're afraid to go forward. So it's just an avoidance issue. Okay. And why do people avoid things? Because they're afraid. They're afraid. Like, what if I do this and I dive in, but I don't do anything because they don't trust themselves. Okay. And so also keep in mind, like, trust is a form of love. Okay. So if you can get people to trust you, they're going to love what you have. But are you exhibiting it? Are you really showing them everything? And this is all part of the up-level sales system. Do you guys like it? Right? Because we only teach high ticket here. If you want to learn how to sell a $299 product, I'm not your girl. Okay. Because you're going to build your business way too slow and it's going to cost you way too much and you're going to do way too much work. So high ticket is the only way that we believe that you should go. Okay. So these are the different levels. Okay. And so I'll show these to you. Connect, explore, the problem, the solution, the impact, the shift, present, commit, and solve. Okay. Those are the stages. All right. Now, if you turn into your book, okay, you have that in there. And I'll just take you through all of these. Okay. So just so you can see that. I know that was way too fast. That's why you guys have to get the replay because I got way too much to show you. I get so into this. I don't want to keep you guys too long, but I'm probably going to be about 8 or 9 minutes over if you guys can handle that. Okay. So let me take you through real quick. Again, we're going to cover this in depth tomorrow, right? And in the AI day, because we're going to wrap all this up. Okay. First, you have to understand the concept and look at this concept. Does this make sense? If you guys look at this, give me a yes or a no in the feed. Based on what you saw so far, do you think you get more sales using these concepts and this sales system? I'll show you the sales system. Yes or no? Are there things that you learned today that you could apply right now? Okay. Even just the fact of what if I didn't have to have a sales script? Okay. And all of this is based around a one call close. It's the only thing we believe in is a one call close. We all have too little time. Okay. So let me take you through this. Yes, Deb, it's going to be fast. Okay. So level 1 is connect. Okay. So that is the first thing that you're going to do. And what does that mean? Okay, so that level 1 is connect, right? Connect with their needs, not yours. Okay. In these notes, you'll see like the questions that you're going to ask. Okay. Level 2 is explore. Okay. So in explore, it's like, what's the sit rep? Okay. What's the situation here? What's going on? You need to gain some situational awareness and find out what they're currently doing about all of the different problems from level 1. Okay. So now we're going to dive into their problem on level 3. Okay. Oh, did I skip something here? Yep. Okay. So you're going to dive into the problem on level 3. What is the problem? What's causing the problem? What's the impact of that problem? Right. Okay. Level 4 is now we're going from a problem into a solution. Okay. And so what are we trying to solve here? We're trying to find what is the ultimate solution? What is the outcome that they want to receive, right? Like what's a tangible thing? What's the intangible thing? What solution do they really want? Not just the surface thing they tell you, but really, really, really want. Okay. Level 5, impact. So here is when you want to say, what is the impact if you don't achieve the outcome? What's going to happen if you don't do this? Why don't you just, stay with what you're doing? Okay. No. Okay. So there needs to be a shift, right? So what's happening in the shift? And this is where you are going to shift from asking to presenting. Okay. So you shift from listening to being the speaker. All right. And then we're on to level 7. See, this is all very natural, isn't it? It doesn't feel like, okay, what do I say now? So level 7 is present. Okay. And so now at present, you're going to present your entire GPS. We showed you your GPS on day 2 for the offer. If you don't have that, just type hashtag replay or type GPS. And I will make sure that we get that to you, because that's what you're going to build. You're going to build your unique design, your shape, your unique name, your 3 pillars, right? We did all of that. Now, if you need help with your GPS, just type hashtag call and we'll hop on a call and I'll look at your GPS. I'll look at your design. I'll look at the names, how you set it up. And I will give you, be careful, really honest feedback. Okay. I'm Italian German. We don't know how to hold anything back. We're going to be really, really honest. And truth gets you to where you want to go faster anyway. So level 8, we're almost done. Right? That's the level of commit. Okay. So what does that mean? This is where you get them to commit to taking the next step. Okay. You've presented all the information they need to make an intelligent decision. And now it's time for them to commit. And then we go to level 9 is solve. Okay. And so this is where we resolve any remaining objections or questions that they have, and you enroll them into your program. Okay. That's it. Super quick, super simple, right? Does that make sense to you guys? Are you guys ready to figure out who is going to be the winner of our contest here, our spin to win? Okay, we're going to do 2 drawings. I'm going to do the first one. And the first one is to see what everybody wins. Everyone who's here is going to win something from us, okay? And so I'm going to hopefully pull up my screen, and bear with me because I want to show you what you can get. So we're going to spin it. Everybody who's here is going to get this. So you're going to have to communicate with my team because they are they're busy, and I gotta tell you, they keep getting blocked. They're all nodding in the background. Yes, we're really busy. So let me do the spin to win for everybody first. Okay. And let's see here. Okay, I found it. Let me make sure. Is this on the screen? Can you guys give me a thumbs up or yes? Is it showing? Okay. I think it's showing. There we go. Okay, it's showing. And I don't know if you guys can see that. I will make that full size for you. Okay, we're going to spin. This prize is going to be what everybody will get. Okay, so reach out to my team. You've got Angie and Della and Tally and Sandy. And they're your concierges. So everybody gets... Oh, this is going to kill me. Okay, you guys all get a 45-minute strategy call with me. Okay. So you bring your offer, you bring your GPS, you bring your power pitch, you bring your vision, your dream, your canvas, whatever you have, bring it. I will look at your strategy. I will give you a better strategy. It does take 45 minutes. So when my team reaches out to you, make sure that you keep that in mind, okay? Because that is it is a lot of time. Now, unfortunately, I can't get all of those done in 3 days. Okay, so please bear with me. It might take, a week or so. It might take through the end of the month because there's a lot of you on here, and that is a lot of calls. But you bring what you have, okay, and I will match it and show you how does that work with the SOAR formula. This is what you need to do. I'll show you exactly step by step what you need to do, okay? And then you decide if you want to do it, and like, oh, that looks too easy or too hard, I'm going to go my own way. Okay. So you all have that. My team will reach out to you and ask you for a day and then a time. And then we will put you on the calendar. And because of the number of people here and how big that prize is, we will book those appointments, and I will keep that open until for a week, okay, just so you guys have some time. So has this made sense to you guys? I'm super excited that you guys are here learning about sales because it's absolutely critical. And I also want to let you know that I want to take 4 or 5 minutes before I do the drawing for the 4,000. And I want to share with you guys something that I think is perfect for you. If you have a business and you're here, I know one thing about you for absolute certain, even if I've never met you. And that is that there's one thing or something missing in your business. And what I want to do is invite you to take a look and consider coming into the Iconic Leadership Academy. I'm not going to go really in depth on this right now. I just want to show it to you guys so you guys can kind of browse around. But if you liked what you saw on sales, that's just a tip of the iceberg of kind of what we do here. Okay. So let me just kind of play this. I hope this will work. Let's see if this will work. Okay. So you might be ready and okay, yeah, I definitely want to call. I like what I see. I want to move forward. Okay. But you might not. Okay. That's going to be your decision. So what I want to do is just at least invite you to take a look. Okay. And see if this is something that you do want to do or something that would help you out. Okay. So that you can actually, see what we have. Okay. And so it's a new and a unique, it's exciting, and it's an exclusive mentorship. Okay. There's not a lot of people that we work with, but it's all designed to simplify, optimize, and scale your business. All right. And it's the Iconic Leadership Academy for a reason. Okay. First of all, it is iconic. You're going to be stepping up into what we call an ease and plastic experience, not an experiment. Most coaching programs are an experiment. Okay. And we want you to have an experience where it's not any guesswork or anything. We know this. We test it. We validate it. And we do it over and over again. And it works. It's simple 4-step formula. Okay. We've been doing it for 20 years, 32 different industries. It's not an incubator. It's an accelerator. Okay. The second word is leadership. All right. This is where you make that big shift from being an operator, always slaving in your business, to being an owner of an enterprise, one that supports you, your family, your team, your lifestyle. And you don't have to follow blindly gurus and all these gimmicks and these things, but you really start stepping into the position where you're the leader that other people want to follow. Okay. And the academy means it's not for the faint of heart. No tire kickers, no wantpreneurs. We are 1000% committed to your success. You tell us your number, we're going to make sure you get it. You just have to be 100% committed to the success. Okay. So yes, you're going to invest time and resources, and we absolutely guarantee your success. So we put a guarantee behind everything we do. SOAR is our formula for success. It is simple. It's not new. It's 20 years, okay, perfected every single year. You follow the 4 steps. That's simple. You're going to be tempted to stray, just like you always do, right? But we're not going to let it happen. We know predictable human behavior. We know how to course correct and get you back on track. Okay. Now, there's certain things that are going to happen to you and in your business. We know what people need. Absolutely. The first thing you have to have is clarity. Okay. And the hard truth is that you've probably tried other things, and without absolute clarity, you can't have certainty and confidence. Okay. And so that's the first thing that we're going to fix is get that for you. Okay. We're also going to do, that was a little fast, but the clients, you want to make sure that we get you the clients that you're looking for. Clients are all about volume because it's really a people business, right? It's not about money that we're here for. And of course, the cash flow, because all of us started our business, right? And we probably got into the business thinking, I need some more money. But what you need to do is really have an overflow. And that comes from matching velocity, going fast, right? And vertical, okay? Not just going fast or fast and down. And the last thing is contribution. We're not in this to amass cars and cruises and things like that. You're going to have wealth and status and success that comes with it, but we really do want to make a difference with our significance, don't we? And help our family, help others who are less fortunate, and leave an imprint on the world. That is our legacy. And that's the fourth thing that we focus on in the Iconic Leadership Academy, is helping you build something of value, something that you can really, really, really care about. And as the name of this workshop states, SOAR to scale. Use the SOAR formula to scale your business, because I know you've tried a lot, you've done a lot. You've come a long way. You've had victories and unfortunately lost some battles. So now it's our motto, right? Think bigger, move faster, rise higher, and stay there. Don't keep going up and down. Okay. We just want you to stay at that level of success. Okay. And I know it's not your first rodeo, but we're not going to have you bucked off of this, right? People don't come to us as the first stop, but we want it to be the last stop. Okay. So if you do want to have a conversation with us, we just say, hey, book a call. We're going to strategize a plan, and then you decide, do you want to do it or do you want to do it with us? Okay, because most of what we do is done for you. And so you can actually, let's see if I can move that a little forward. So you can just either do #academy. Okay, there you go. #academy or meetconnie.com. Either one will take you right there. Okay. And if you're wondering a little bit like, what is this thing? Like, what's inside? What do I get? I can show you a little bit more of that. And I want to get right onto the drawing so we stay on time. But it's really the elite of the elite. Okay. This is high ticket, high touch, high service, high accountability, high access. We want you to launch, or you can just keep going the same old way. Okay. You're going to experience high level masterminds that we have. You will also have all the tools, the vault, and everything else that we provide for you. So everything is housed in there. And I'll go really into detail on that tomorrow if you want to see that, or just say #call or #academy. If you want some details, what does the academy look like? You want to get into kind of the background and look at the whole site, we'll show you that. This is your 7-figure CEO formula. This is what we take you through. Okay. And this is the roadmap. So you know how you go through these different levels. There's 4, the SOAR, there's things that you're going to accomplish at each level, right? And there's at different price levels, meaning income levels. You have that. You have access to me. These are our one-time enrollment options, but don't worry about it because we have you covered. We got 100% financing. You have to if you're high ticket, right? Our 48-hour fast start bonus is that somebody who the first 5 people who come in the first 48 hours will get private access to me. In addition to everything you get in the academy, you will also get me. And every single month you will get additional private time with me as well. Not just, in a group environment. So if you want to take a closer look, I invite you to take a closer look at the academy. You can always go to iconicleadershipacademy.com. Okay. And it'll give you some stuff. Now that doesn't include anything that I'm going to show you going forward. Okay. That's everything up to right now, because we're going to introduce all the AI, the done for you and all of that stuff. So, but here's what the 3 things that we really do. Okay. We're going to define you. Okay. What's your dream, your income, your intellect? Like, what's your thing that's so unique and interesting? We have to build your whole business around that. Okay. What's the influence you want? Okay. We're going to create all of that and take that idea and turn it and grind it out. Okay. What is your offer? We're going to design the iconic premium offer with you. You might have to scratch what you have. We might just put a couple bolt-on pieces on it. And who's it for? What's the right pricing? What's the promotion process that we're going to use? And how do we make it a proprietary process for you? Okay. So again, if you're curious, just go to Iconic Leadership Academy. Then the 3rd D is deliver. How do we get this thing out there? This is all going to happen in the first 11 weeks. Okay. Take this program. What do you want to do? One-to-ones, VIP days, courses, programs, groups, events, masterminds. Okay. Whenever you want, we have all the tools and resources enabled to show you how to do that. Okay. And you get direct access. You have direct access in our mastermind group, 9 to 6. We're there every single day, live on social media every week, and AI every week, live every week on business strategy and scaling processes. All of those have hot seats and monthly lives on mind mastery. You have the vault. Okay. This is your 24/7 on demand, on the go system. All the resources are in there. So the law library, the dashboards, archives. So you have 4 years of history of every single call we've ever done. Okay. It's not just from when you come in, it's everything in the background too. I'll finish the rest of that in a second. And then there's those pillars I showed you, right? Depending on where you are and your income level and what you want to achieve, the first one is the apprentice. Okay. That's if you're at that 0 to 100,000 mark, that's where you're going to get started in that cycle, on that roadmap. Okay, we're going to boost your authority, do audits. We know who your right avatar is, and then we're going to get your messaging down. Okay, and then you become elite if you're in the 100 to 400,000 category. So this is where you work on your profit pathways, and you're going to perfect your product, make it intellectual property. It's super cool. Nobody's going to touch it. You're going to have your own formula, like we have. And free power to a business owner as far magnets, and those are the people 400,000 to a million. Now, obviously, the price of the can change, but you can have it. And you also need those selling structures, and then you're going to implement the source systems. And then the vault resources that I was showing you earlier. So you also have the meditation shop, the funnel gallery. So we have all the funnels, all the online presence you need, not just a website, but all the funnels and the emails and the back office and the opt-in pages. Everything is already done for you, and you don't have to pay for them. And those are complimentary. Okay. We also do masterclass intensives on all kinds of different things. Like, hey, I need some extra help on the mindset or leadership or legacy or growing with groups, or we call it our famous in 4 hours program, the results master. Really know your how to set up your stats for your business and your KPIs and OKRs and all that kind of stuff. Lucrative launch modalities. Doesn't matter which way you want to grow your business. Some people love what we do. It's called the Blitz method. People want to do summits, or they want to get on stages, or micro TV shows, podcasts, or guest or podcast hosting. You might want to be an author. Every single one of those, we have like separate rooms and houses for that, like different university classes for that. And our iconic brands is everything that's done for you. So we can do all of your design, all your live engagement, all your emails, your websites, your ads, your SEO, your funnels, and all the software and everything, so that you have an all-inclusive one place to put everything. So if you like any of that, if you're curious, and like Deb said, that's too fast, just ask. Okay, book a call. If you know, hey, this is what I'm kind of looking for. I don't know if it's perfect, but I'm looking for something like that. Just type #academy. Thanks, Angie. 21 Day Mind Mastery is a must. It is a one-time bonus that you guys are getting. It went a little fast, but yes. And #academy. If you're like, yeah, I'm looking for something to take me to another level. I'm not looking for just another, I'm not looking to learn a funnel. I'm not looking to learn a lead magnet, right? I am looking to actually learn a system. I'm looking to grow a business, not a temporary cash flow strategy that we talked about yesterday. Okay. So does that help? Anybody in? Anybody say, yeah, I want to call. I want to see behind the scenes and look at it, because I would love to talk to you and take a look at what you're doing. And don't worry, don't be afraid. You know everything I'm going to say to you. I just taught it to you, didn't I? But it's very conversational. It is not high pressure. And I am ready. Are you guys ready? Let's go. Let's go see who won. And okay, I want to step up. Let's see. Okay, I'm going to stop sharing the other one. And now we're going to, Angie, are we ready? Do we have every name in? Okay, I'm getting the thumbs up. Who feels lucky? Okay, everybody's here. Who is going to win? And oh dear, I have 2 of them here. I'm not sure which one is the right one. Thanks, Deb. I'm glad you like it. Marnie, glad you love 21 Day Mind Mastery. Okay. And Angie, please let me know if this is the right one. It looks like it. And you know what? I'm just going to refresh just in case I have the wrong one. Okay. Just want to make sure I have the right one. Can you guys all see that? Who feels like they're lucky that this hour was worth the $4,000 that you're about to win? Okay. I like this a lot because nobody knows. I'm excited to see who it's going to be. And congratulations in advance to the winner. And here we go. Ooh, is it you? Is it you? Okay, let's see these names. Okay, we're going around past Sherry, past Christy, past Noreen, past Edward, Maggie V. Is it going to stop on Maggie V, or is it going to go? Oh, it stopped on Maggie V. Tony, you were right there. Maggie V. Okay, Maggie, you just got a $4,000 scholarship to work with us. I am super excited and congratulations. So, you guys, guess what? Tomorrow it goes up more than double. And tomorrow we are going to let me stop sharing that. We are going to have a $10,000 drawing. So come back here again. And then we're going to show you actually how do you launch all of this that we just created, right? Would you guys like to know? Because we do launching all the time. So go in your workbook here, fill out those 9 steps on your circle, and then do your homework down here. Schedule your what we call audition, right? Your strategy call. And we will see you tomorrow at 5 p.m. Have a great night. Thank you all for being here. And please let me know your feedback. Give me comments, what you liked, if you wanted the scripts for sales. We will be happy to help you out and have a new winner tomorrow. See you guys later.